Hello everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector 75. I've just got a few minutes spare, so I thought I'd just do Toya 82 TT's questions for Transformers collectors. But before I get onto that, I just thought I'd show you what I've been purchasing the last few weeks or two. Just got a few little bits. Let's start with these. Here we go. I've got the Walmart exclusive Ramjet from Revenge of the Fallen. It's only 20 quid in Asda, and my addiction got the better of me there, I'm afraid. And I also picked up the Skywarp recolor as well. I don't know whether I open them. I might just keep them in their boxes. Yeah, see, I spend too much money, which is probably going to come along in one of those questions in a minute. What else have I been buying? I actually bought this, which was the Marvel Crossovers Incredible Hulk figure. There is a reason why I actually bought this, but it's actually a really good figure. Well, I'm afraid, but actually is. It's got really good posability. It's got these arms, movements everywhere, great clicking noises. Really good. I love it. You see, I've actually got two of these, which, like I say, there is something I'm going to be doing with these if I ever get round to it, which I hopefully will sometime in the future as part of my ongoing customisations. I've got a few in the pipeline that I want to do. One of the more interesting things that I picked up, which is, I've seen this guy reviewed somewhere before, which was a knockoff Getaway, which I got from the pound shop. Here he is, but this guy I've actually painted up myself. I've sprayed the windows purple, and I've sprayed the spoiler at the back there chrome, which has turned out really good. Let me try and get a bit of a better view of this from the back there. There we go, all round it. I might even do a few more bits yet on it, but yeah, I haven't decided if I will yet. But it definitely looks all right, though sadly the quality is absolute shit. Still, there you go. Oh, there you go, I just dropped his sword. I just want to show you that as well. Oh, there we go, because it's like nice and chrome colour. Not too bad. Well, I actually sprayed it up. I've done a good job of that. I was actually quite proud of it. But yeah, I might do a few more bits on that. But if you can find them in the pound shop, well, you might have to do a bit of work on it. I had to cut off all the extra plastic which they leave around the sides off just to get it to transform. But one of the star bargains I got in the pound shop was these, which was, oh, pardon me, obviously knockoff versions of the Cybertron Starscream mould. But they're about just over basic size, a bit smaller than the Deluxe. Quality wise, this one's got a very loose arm which I've got to try and fix. But yeah, I mean, they're not too bad. I bought 3 of them. I might even try and paint them up, but I don't know whether I'm going to yet. They look quite cool on display. They're kind of like an orangey colour, a bit like Sunstorm. Yeah, but they're right. One of them's got a yellow head. Don't ask me why. When I'm not dropping them all on the floor. Now that arm's come out, but there we go. So like I say, that's knockoffs for you. They just come out and everything like that. But that one should just fit nicely back in. Here we go. If I get it in the right position. There we go, that's in there now. See, it was quite stiff. So yeah, I was quite pleased with them. I might even buy some more of them and make a little Seeker army or something. Yeah, anyway, right, let's get on to these questions. Right then, number 1. When you purchase toys, do you have a limit that you impose on yourself as to how many you get at a certain time, or is it as many as you can possibly afford and want? Well, usually it's how many I can afford, really. It just depends. I used to be in a lot of debt, but I'm not now, so I can actually buy a lot more now. Plus I live at home with my mum and dad, which is, well, a lot cheaper than living anywhere else. I mean, I'd love to move out, but the prices are just astronomical, and so that's not really a thing at the moment. So I'm just saving money and just buying toys as and when I can. New toys, I only buy them if they're cheap or if I really, really want them. Otherwise, I'll wait until there's a special offer on them or something like that. But other than that, it's that if I see one I want, I will probably buy it if I think the price is justified on it. That includes old G1 and everything like that. Like I bought Diaclone Sunstreaker about a month ago. I managed to knock the guy down 60 quid, and it's actually quite good. I'd like to have got him down a bit more, but I don't think that was going to happen. But, you know, so it's that really. If I find the price is justified, then I'll buy it. That includes even if I'm supposed to be saving money for something else. Like I want to buy a new sat nav, I've got to get my car MOT'd next week and all stuff like that, but I still go out down Asda and buy toys when I shouldn't. Still, there we go. Right, number 2. When you unbox your toy, do you keep any of the packaging or instructions? If it's the US packaging, these are all new toys by the way. If it's the US packaging, I'll try and keep a bit of them if they're carded, because they don't take up no room at all. I'll just throw the blister thing away. But if they're European ones, because the European ones over here are absolute rubbish, we just get about 1,500 different languages on them and no bio at all, so I just bin them straight away. But if we're lucky enough to get the US packaging, which we do now and again, I'll keep it if I can. If not, I'm not that bothered about it really, I'll just chuck them away. Yeah, but I keep all the instructions. So I keep them in little bags like this, which I got from Tesco's, which are really handy. I just put them out, and then I have a massive box up in my loft for each line. I've got about 4 giant ones at the minute. One for G1 and just mostly other stuff after that. So yeah, but mainly instructions. Right, now number 3. Is posing your figure for display of high importance for you? Well, I haven't got a lot of room for the display of my figures anymore, but yeah, if you're going to pose them, well, if you're going to put them on the shelf, I suppose it is of high importance if they are posable. But if they're not, because I've got a lot of G1, which posability is just non-existent on them, so I think it's only if you can pose them, it's worthwhile posing them, but if not, sometimes you're limited for space, which a lot of people are, and I certainly am, which is why I don't actually keep a lot out anymore. So it's a bit half and half really, but then it's just, if yeah, if you can pose them, it is a bit, you might as well, but if not, doesn't matter. Bit of a funny answer that one, isn't it? Anyway, do you own multiples of the same figure, excluding repaints? Yeah, I do a few. My most notable one is G1 Scourge, which I've got about 4 of him, only because well, then you can have the sweeps. Any others? I've got about 2 Ultra Magnuses, 2 Metroplexes, only because one came with rubber wheels and one came with plastic wheels on both of them, and I just ended up that way with them. I never even realised I did. So yeah, they're about the only ones, but I don't go out of my way to do that. Don't see the point in that at all, really. I have a few Beast Wars ones, which I've got doubles, because at the time I had plenty of money buying them, and I found the American ones, which I wanted to keep in the box, and then I was just a bit bored and went down, bought another one so I could open it up, but I think since then I've put them on eBay and sold them. But yeah, I'm not big on doing that at all. Right. Question 5. Do you avoid any characters because they are repaints? No, if the repaint is actually a good repaint, then I'll buy it, even if I do have it, but not very often. Usually, if I find that the repaint is better than the original, I won't buy the original, kind of like Universe, Powerglide and Stormcloud. I found out that they were doing the Stormcloud, which is black. Looked a hell of a lot better, so I just waited and bought that one. So yeah, I'm not overly bothered, but I will buy a repaint and have the same figure twice, if it's okay. But usually I'll try and wait until it's on special offer or something like that. Right, question 6. Which is most important to you when purchasing a toy? Visual aesthetic, character personality, toy playability, ingenuity of transformation, rarity, or how new the toy is? Well, a lot of those is important really, because otherwise why is anyone buying a toy really? I think visual aesthetic, it's got to look good, hasn't it? Character personality doesn't really bother me at all really. Toy playability, the same. I mean, I bought that Universe Ironhide, what a load of rubbish that was. It's got just a crap truck mode. The robot mode isn't too bad, but it's just awful. So I think it's a lot of things like that, but definitely not how new the toy is. I'm not bothered about that at all really. I'll wait months to get a figure. So rarity, yeah, sometimes, but not especially. Right, question 7. Do you keep missiles, launchable weapons loaded for firing or stored on the figure or separately? If they're okay to be stored on the figure, I'll keep them on the figure. If not, if it looks better without it, then I'll just keep them in the bag. Which, like this, really. Yeah, I'll keep them in the bag, which I will have ready for him. Or in the box, I'm keeping it in the box. But yeah, so it just depends on if it looks okay with them on, I'll keep it. And as long as it doesn't get in the way. Question 8. Are there any characters you would not like to own simply because of... Anyway. Are there any characters you would not like to own simply because of who they are? Likewise, are there any toys you would not like to own because of how the toy is made? The first bit, no, that doesn't bother me at all. I mean, I've got Wheelie. He's a crap character, crap Transformer, but I've still got him. So there we go. And the second bit, any toys I would not like to own because of how the toy is made. Universe Ironhide. I bought it only because it was cheap though, but it doesn't bother me. If they're cheap enough, I'll buy them just to bump up my collection because I've got loads. So what's the point? Might as well have even more. So there we go. Right, question 9. What is your personal favourite toy line? Apart from G1, because I grew up there. Because I'm obviously 33, I'll be 34 soon. Yeah, so I grew up with G1, but I'm not going to include that because that is just the best. Other than that, it's Beast Wars, because that, after Generation 2, I sort of fell out of love with Transformers a little bit, and then Beast Wars got me right back into them. Fantastic TV show, probably the best TV show of all. So yes, and then question 10, that Rapid Run one. I tried to think of a good answer for that and I couldn't, so I'm not even going to bother. Anyway, I shall see you all next time. I hope you like this, and yeah, I'll see you all.